Hi friends! So today we're going to be learning about some Arctic animals. Who can tell me what an Arctic animal is? Yeah, that is right. It's like an animal who lives in the snow and the cold, right? Specifically, Arctic means areas around the North Pole. So up, and it's really cold there, so a lot of the animals there live in the snow, which means that a lot of the animals there actually have white fur so that they can blend in. Okay, so before we read our article, we're gonna do a game, who lives in the snow and who doesn't live in the snow. So do we think a grizzly bear lives in the snow or a polar bear? I would say a polar bear, yeah. Who lives in the snow? A snowy owl or a barn owl? A snowy owl, yeah. Who lives in the snow? A Arctic fox or just a regular fox? An Arctic fox. Good job, guys. Okay, so now we're going to move on and we're going to read an article from National Geographic about Arctic fox. Not far from the North Pole, the world is frozen for thousands of miles. Suddenly, a snowy mound wiggles and reveals two dark eyes. The lump is transformed into the furry white body of a lone Arctic fox. The canine casually shakes the blanket of snow off her thick coat, the key to her survival. But warm fur alone might not keep this fox alive during the polar winter. When the temperatures rarely get above 0 degrees Fahrenheit until spring arrives, the Arctic fox will rely on some freeze-defying strategies, making it a champion of the cold. Built for the Arctic. Arctic foxes live on the land and sea ice within the Arctic Circle. Winter in the Arctic is unlike winter in most parts of the world. From October to February, the sun never rises to shine warmth and light. Luckily, these small foxes have some useful adaptations for living in the icy Arctic. Their thick fur coat keeps the fox's body at a toasty 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Their long, fluffy tails act like a blanket, keeping the fox warm when it wraps the tail around its body to sleep. Their feet also have a layer of thick fur like built-in snow boots. This helps muffle an Arctic fox's footsteps, making it harder for prey to hear them. And their white coats make it difficult for predators such as wolves, polar bears, and golden eagles to spot them among the ice and snow. Finding food. When it's not trying to keep warm or avoid predators, an Arctic fox on the hunt for food. They prefer to eat small rodents called lemmings, and when times are tough, they'll eat whatever they can find, insects, berries, and even the droppings of other animals. Ew. Sometimes an Arctic fox will follow a polar bear on a hunting trip and eat the bear's leftovers. If a fox can't find food or if the weather gets really bad, it can dig a snow den and hunker down for up to 2 weeks. As long as the fox is warm, it can slow down its heart rate and metabolism, which helps the animal save energy so it doesn't have to eat as much. It's sort of like how bears hibernate, but for a shorter period of time. Once the animal emerges from its den, it'll try and hunt again. With food on its belly, the Arctic fox has better chance of making it through another long, dark winter. Okay, friends. So, what are some interesting facts you heard in that about Arctic fox? I personally like that they use their tail as a blanket. Yeah, that is a really interesting one. Yes, I think it's really, really smart that they're all white so the predators can't see them in the snow. Okay, so for our next activity, everyone should have a piece of paper in front of them. And we're going to make a pamphlet about Arctic fox. So, for this, we're going to have to fold this paper into 3 sections. Just like this. Good job, everyone. I'm going to show you the one that I already made so we can see. this is my pamphlet on the Arctic fox. I got a kind of bad picture of an Arctic fox, but you know, and it says Arctic fox up there. And then it's not all the way filled out because I'm going to fill it out with you guys, but here are some facts about the Arctic fox. Yeah, we have, it's a mammal, it's an omnivore, so it eats meat and vegetables, you know, like berries, like it said. Okay, so you guys are going to take some time and you're going to fill out this pamphlet. You can make it about, you can just do some fast facts, like the article has, or you can do, each section can be about a different thing, like how about its fur and what it eats, anything you guys want to do. But it all has to be from the article. Okay, good job, guys. Okay, who wants to share what they put in their pamphlet? Yeah, good job. I think it's very interesting how they find food, and sometimes that they can like hibernate if they can't find enough food. Yeah, good job. I think I should put that in my pamphlet. Okay, you guys did such a good job with that. Now we are going to talk about what our favorite facts about the Arctic fox are. And how about we talk about some of the animals in the Arctic that we want to learn about? Like they talked about polar bears and a golden eagle. That sounds cool. Oh yeah, that sounds super cool, guys. Thank you for participating. Bye.